Welcome guys to a brand new video on Solo Leveling Arise. Now I want to talk about this latest update because I've noticed a sort of trend that happens with Solo Leveling Arise, which is the devs make a terrible update, then they fix the update, they make a terrible update, and then they fix the update. They do this over and over again, over and over again. So this update, in my opinion, there are some good stuff with this update, but the majority of the new stuff that they were added into the game are actually kind of garbage because it's just so difficult. Now again, I do understand that the devs are definitely going to change this in the future because it's just too bad, but I have noticed this consistent trend that the devs are keep pushing over and over again, in which they make a mistake and they keep fixing it. It isn't bad to fix the mistakes, but if you consistently make mistakes over and over again, we've got to realize that that itself is a problem, because it's either a strategy that the devs are employing so that they make the players feel like, oh yeah, the devs listen, but you're making this mistake over and over again. You guys should have learned from your mistakes, because the same issue we have with these Encore missions and the new instance dungeon, we also had this issue with the Workshop of Brilliant Light, because the Workshop of Brilliant Light was too difficult. Then you said you're going to release content to allow us to clear those contents so we can get better resources, better equipment, so that we can challenge the Workshop of Brilliant Light. But then it turns out the new instance dungeon, the new Encore missions are now very hard, much harder than the Workshop of Brilliant Light, in which the devs were trying to tell us, oh yeah, clear this new instance dungeon, new weekly bosses, and you get better rewards and better artifacts, so you can then go ahead and clear the Workshop of Brilliant Light. It makes no sense. Again, let's make it clear, I do think the update had some good part. Let's not get it wrong. I'm not gonna try and butcher the devs, but this consistent issue making that they keep doing over and over again is so annoying, because who is actually testing this game out? Who is going into the game and testing the instance dungeon, the Encore missions, the difficulty of this game? Because I don't think they have a good quality control team that tests the difficulty of the content, because it literally is a consistent issue over and over again, and it hasn't been fixed. And of course, we're going to praise them next update when they say, yes, we've listened to your feedback, we're going to change this, and everyone's going to say, oh, the devs listen, the devs listen. Can we please just stop saying that? Because if they keep consistently making this mistake, and so that they can hear us praise them over and over again, it's just very annoying and stupid. Again, I like this summer vacation update in terms of getting new costumes, but isn't it just the same content? Let me see. Like, we do have some little side missions, or not end game, mini game stuff, which is cool, but at the bulk of it, most of the stuff we're doing is pretty much the same. I mean, we do have this to do, so I guess this is new, but as you can see, instance dungeon, Encore missions, we clear that, we get resources that we can then use to get some stuff in the vacation exchange shop. I'm not gonna lie, for a summer event that they were hyping up, so far it looks kind of like tamed, like nothing really too crazy. Again, they gave us new content in terms of new skins, new characters, but the main bulk of the summer vacation, I'm just not getting that exclusivity type of deal in terms of like new bosses designed for that summer vacation. We could have like one of the bosses dressed up in a summer costume, and then we fight them. That would be cool, I guess. Maybe that's gonna happen with the summer story, but with the summer story, as you can see, you can get some extra rewards and extra resources. But again, it wasn't that crazy, it wasn't that fun, was it? I don't think it was. Oh, we do have this. Okay, never mind, ignore everything I just said about that. We do have some exclusive bosses. Okay, that's fine, ignore me. I haven't taken a look at this. Okay, ignore that part, I was wrong about that. But again, it doesn't take away from the instance dungeon and the Encore missions being absolutely garbage right now. Look at this, the lower rarity it's so flipping difficult. Why? So this is tier 7. Look at the high CPU requirement, and for some reason, like, you must have the recommended element. For some reason, if you don't, it's just impossible, literally impossible. So for this one, with the wind and dark type, like, we might have our go-to teams that we want to use, but for the other elements that they want you to use, like, do we have a good team for that? Let me see. So for the dark elements, we could use we could actually surprisingly use him to break the enemy. For the wind typing, we could also use Wunja Chul if we do need to break, and then the last one, we could use Beck for the buffing. Who else could we use? We can actually still use Min, because at the end of the day, all we want from Min is the debuff he can apply to the enemy. So any characters with great support skills you can actually still use. You can still use her even, because she offers great support with the healing and removing of shield. So even if there is a decrease in elemental advantage, it doesn't really matter, because your characters are not really there for damage anyway. Your hunters aren't there for your damage. But Sung Jin Woo, you definitely want to focus on that recommended element, or you are about to lose this. So it makes it very, very difficult in my opinion. Some of them are just extremely tanky, like extremely tanky, way more tanky than the Workshop of Brilliant Light. So it makes no sense to me, honestly. So that's not fun in my opinion. And I've heard that the Battlefield of Time, I haven't actually tried it. Yeah, I've heard that this has actually become even harder, like actually harder. Let me go ahead and check. Is it this one people are talking about? No, it's not this one. Is it this one or this challenge one? I think someone was saying that this one was harder now. Let me see the rankings. Okay, maybe it's not this one, but someone's saying the Workshop of the Battlefield of Time is harder now. And then also they've removed the shadow stuff. Oh, the shadow in Cerberus sucks as well. Like, come on, that was annoying. For a really cool shadow, they had to make him really garbage. But if you take a look at the exchange shop, the Battlefield of Time exchange, they have removed the shadow stuff, which again is why. Why did you do that? That's extremely annoying. Extremely annoying, especially with how shadows are important. So if I go over to there we go. Wait, what? Okay, that's cool. Anyways, if I go over to the shadows right now, where is the shadows? Right here. So this is the shadows. Okay, so as you can see, there's hints of new shadows coming out in the future. So of course you want to keep saving a lot of your traces of shadows, but then they removed the main way we can get traces of shadows, which pisses me off even, but it's cool. So again, I'm going to extract for Cerberus, because of course unlocking new shadows is always the best. So let's go ahead and do that right now. But if you take a look at what it like gives you for the Shadow Authority, it sucks. So Cerberus just sucks. The three-headed dogs, whatever, sucks. Don't bother with it. So that's a no. Don't build this one. But then I'm just going to keep saving my traces of shadows so that I can be able to unlock the other two shadows. And I promise you, if they butcher the little dragon there, I'm going to be so annoyed. Anyways, that is it for my opinion on the update. Like, I don't know, I'm just not a fan of the instance dungeon and encore missions. Of course the devs are going to fix it, they always do that, but at the end of the day, can we stop having the same situation over and over again? It's literally repetitive. It's not fun at all, where you keep creating the same issue over and over again, and then you keep fixing it, and then you just want the community to keep praising you over and over again. Do you know what we would praise you about? If you stop making the same mistakes over and over again. Stop making the same mistake. It's as simple as that. It's been your boy AC Gamer, and I'm out.